Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 43 of Rapid Fate Online, and this one is titled Defeat. Because he's flippant butterfly, that's how, you exclaimed excitedly as you bounced up and down, your foxtail swishing with enthusiasm. Anyway, what's this quest thingy? I don't have time to tell you. I have to control my Yotan. Anaki snapped impatiently as he flicked his menu open. Hey, whoa, you yelled. You can't cut in now. They're in the middle of a duel. I can do whatever the hell I want, he yelled at you. Over my dead body, asswipe, you hollered, throwing yourself at him and tackling him to the ground. I'm not letting you screw things up while my man's trying to beat your stupid ass Yotan. Get off me, Anaki screamed as he tried desperately to wrestle you off so he could program some recall commands to pull his Yotan back. Never, you screamed as you railed punches onto him. Meanwhile, each hit Butterfly was dealing out was super effective against the Yotan, and its health was draining quickly. Butterfly's bar, however, was at critical level of less than 10%, dangerously in the red, and his breathing was heavily laboured. As you kept Anaki busy, forcing him to focus on fending you off, you'd glance up to see how Butterfly was faring in the fight. He was back down on one knee again, and the Yotan was starting to wobble slightly, both their health bars showing the wear and tear of the fight. The Yotan was about 30% health, and Butterfly was at 9% and struggling. Please beat it! Please beat it! You begged Butterfly silently as you saw him try and raise the HSL for another hit. He was near spent, and your heart ached for him as you continued to keep Anaki from cheating yet again. The Yotan stumbled forwards and picked up the pace, charging straight towards Butterfly, who was now on hands and knees. Butterfly, don't give up! You screamed in a panicked voice. Amazingly, he heard you, and in a last-ditch effort, he thrust his HSL up with a yell that came from his very soul, and as the Yotan ran headfirst into it, Butterfly screamed out, "Weapon switch!" and his chain whip sword materialised from the HSL, the whip part wrapping around the Yotan's head and slicing it clean off. The beast burst into a million brilliant crystals and evaporated as Butterfly collapsed onto the ground, health bar at 3%. Upon seeing the Yotan defeated, you jumped off Anaki and ran down the stairs towards where Butterfly had fallen, calling his name desperately as you approached. You knelt down and rolled him over. His eyes were glazed, and his breathing was coming in short bursts, but he was alive. Butterfly, you sobbed. You did it, you did it! You're going to be okay, just hold on a second. You called forth a health potion and took the lid off the bottle, propping his head up and helping him drink it. He sipped it minutely and his health bar rose painfully slowly. He had to call forth 4 more potions to get his health back to 100%, but even then he still seemed exhausted. Don't move, you instructed as you helped him lean against you. Just rest, that was a big fight. From the corner of your eye you could see Anaki approaching, and you turned your head and glared at him, daring him to say one more thing about your man. Butterfly, he called in a low voice as he approached the two of you on the ground in the middle of the arena. Although I don't want to admit it, you won fair and square. You nodded proudly, and Butterfly just sat there looking down at the ground. You have my word that I will no longer disrupt the peace of RFO, Anaki continued. You have definitely earned my respect. Butterfly nodded silently and refused to look Anaki in the eye. The disgruntled player nodded to you before turning and leaving the arena, well and truly beaten. Butterfly, are you okay? Your question was cut short by him turning and flinging his arms around your neck, his arms shaking uncontrollably. On, I was so scared. His voice trembled as he clung to your neck. I thought I was going to lose the fight and lose you too. I love you, I really do. I can't see a future without you. You were slightly shocked at his sudden confession of love, but his vulnerability was so raw and honest that it melted your heart. Butterfly, I love you too, you whispered back to him, scrunching your face down into his neck. I know I was going to wait until we got to our house on level 22 so that I could propose to you, but will you marry me in RFO? You gasped slightly. You actually want to get married in the game? Yes, I really do. Please would you consider me? He asked with a pleading bashfulness. Of course, you cried. I'd love nothing more than to be your wife. It's settled then. We'll go to the registry on level 21 and sign the certificate, get matching rings, then move into our house. We can have a wedding afterwards if you like. It will give us more time to plan something special, but I just can't wait any longer. You're so special to me, and I want everyone to know that we're married. You blushed. In-game Butterfly was a lot more forward than your beautifully shy real-life Tamaki, and you liked being able to see these two sides of him. The two of you sat on the ground, where Butterfly had nearly lost his life to a level 70 monster, and kissed passionately. Nothing could have been more perfect in that moment. After having some time to yourselves, you helped him up and made your way back to the wagon to continue on. Did you want to stay here tonight? To rest for a bit? Or move on? You asked him. No, let's head on. Try and get to level 20 if we can. Isn't level 20 a bit far? You'll have to fight the mini-bosses between each level, and you just finished a massive fight now. I don't want you to push yourself. Let's go to level 18 or 19, you suggested. Butterfly shook his head. Level 18 has no city or town. No one lives there, so there's no accommodation. And same goes for level 19. I want to get through level 19 as fast as possible too. It's called the graveyard level for a reason. You grimaced. Why so many creepy sounding levels in this game? Level 19 is a feared level, and I've fought there before, and I understand why, Butterfly said solemnly. Actually, that reminds me, you said suddenly. What was that new sword thingy you used? HSL? The cool looking sword? Oh, that, Butterfly replied. I actually got that on level 19. It's a long story. Ooh, well, I'm interested about the stories from level 19, so if you are too, stay tuned for chapter 44 coming tomorrow.